Oh, wow, this is great. I got a new friend in Germany. How's it going?
Good, good. They would say servus over here. Hi, Bobby.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
But you're also Dutch, huh?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
We
how,
mixed them.
how do you say my name in Dutch?
Your name?
Yeah, Bobby the Bear. How do you say that in Dutch?
Bobby the Beer.
Oh, Bobby the Bear. That's pretty good. I can do that. And
Woo!
what about German?
Um, Bobby the Beer.
Oh, so
I think
that's good.
it's
I'm translating well in those two countries. That's good.
yeah, definitely.
So what did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about like I noticed that in my work, a lot of people are working and they're not very happy with their jobs and they're
Oh
busy,
yeah,
busy, busy.
yeah.
And what do you think about that, Bobby?
Well, first of all, being a bear, I don't understand this job thing to begin with. I have a big problem with it. I don't understand why anybody gets up out of their bed and goes to make somebody else money. That I don't get it. So anyway, I'm very confused with the job idea. I just, I get up, I go make some honey, and that's it. That's what I do. I do that every day. But I wouldn't do that for somebody else. I'm not going to go make honey for somebody else.
And why is that? Because if you could help other people making honey.
Well, it gets too complicated. You get to know too many people, and then everybody gets gossiping, and then all that work stuff kind of gets crazy, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
But then they could bring somebody in like you that could fix all that, right?
Yeah, I can help them just to make sure that they're a little bit happy at work and that they're not gossiping and doing all the naughty stuff, the stupid stuff.
So let's try to help some of them out. So what do you know that they should do that's different than they're doing?
I think they should be much more like companies they're working for. Like I think their bosses could be a little bit more appreciative and saying thank you and I love the way how you make my honey.
Right. I think a lot of bosses are kind of overbearing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
they really want everything. They want to be the big bear.
Yeah, they can turn into a bit of a bully, which isn't any good.
Nah.
So,
and then they make it in like, and then they're bringing their other little bears and then they're bullying everyone.
Yeah, they bring up, then it becomes a whole barricade to get anything done, right?
Yeah.
So, so if somebody's working in that situation, what do they do to get out of that? How can you help them?
I think it's twofold. I think it's part of like their also have to realize that they can change something themselves. Like they can speak up and say to the big bears, like, hey, I don't like how you're doing this.
Right.
Not every big bear can appreciate that, but you have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, otherwise they just become a bunch of brown nosers, which, don't get me wrong, I got a brown nose too, but I'm not a brown noser, right?
No, exactly.
You need people that have, what do they call it, critical thinking skills, right? You have to have that.
Yeah.
So what
they could do?
Oh, go ahead.
No. What they also could do is just like asking bears from other companies and asking them like, hey, what do you think about it? And bringing them in so that they have an objective opinion about it and it might change something and talk to each other.
That makes sense. So do you think that people just don't realize that they can be in control?
I think it's part of it. Yeah. I think they think that it's either like, this is it, I have to accept it, or I have to leave totally. And I don't believe that. I think they can change little things in their work, how they respond to the bullying from the big bear, for instance, or how they structure their own days. And that those are things they can influence themselves.
Yeah, they can change their attitude. They can change their they can change their environment, or if it's really bad, they can leave. Right?
Yeah.
So what
exactly?
What do you think the biggest mistake business owners make is?
I think The biggest mistake business owners, you mean like from the big companies or from the smaller companies?
Yeah. The big companies, because the big companies they try. It's hard. You got a lot of people you got to manage. What mistakes do they make?
I think they are not as they don't see the people anymore. It's not human anymore or beer anymore.
It's just they become a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. And then
that's
got
what you hear a lot.
Yeah. That's a big problem. So, what's your favorite thing to do with companies?
My favorite thing to do with companies is to bring very simple and quick things to implement, just to help them. Like I say, I do a lot of coaching, for instance, with companies, and I teach like the leader company of the leader beers, just to do coaching, just to be much more aware of it.
Right.
But in a short time frame. So it's not like, oh, I got another thing on my to-do list. It's just more like something you can do in 10 minutes.
Right. That's simple is better, especially for the executives, because they're always busy bears.
And busy is stupid.
Oh, crap. I got to go. I want to talk more about this. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye, Bobby.